Electric vehicles have become increasingly popular in the last few years, and many consumers have chosen electric vehicles over fossil fuel cars for several reasons. However, many consumers have been waiting for electric vehicles to hit price parity with fossil fuel cars for quite some time. At the moment, electric vehicles are quite expensive when compared with fossil fuel cars, and this has led to many feeling that EVs are only meant for the rich. Moreover, the price of EVs makes it hard for it to replace fossil fuel cars permanently. However, a batch of new cars was loaded on the boat from China in July and has now arrived in Europe. This car is the long-awaited MG4, and it could signal the next milestone in the affordability of electric vehicles. I'm sure you're wondering just how much this car will cost. What features will the car have, and what impact will this have on the affordability of other EVs? Let's find out. Welcome to my channel. Today we'll be looking at the all-new MG4, its features, design, and the impact it will have on the electric vehicles market. Only a few years ago, it looked like Tesla would be the first to conquer the affordable end of the electric vehicle market in the same way as it has driven mass adoption in other areas of electric vehicles. However, the much-anticipated $25,000 Tesla appears to be placed on hold for now. In recent years, it has been obvious that China would likely be the country to propel the cost of EVs downward. The big question, however, was which brand would lead the charge, and now it seems the answer has arrived in the MG's new vehicle, the MG4. If you're British, then you will probably know the MG brand. It has been in the UK's automobile industry since the 1920s. Outside the borders of the UK, the MG brand is famous for its cute cars and the British open-top sports cars of the 1960s and 1970s. The MG brand has also been a badge on a wider range of vehicles over the last 100 years. Following its collapse in 2005, Chinese Nanjing Automotive acquired the company's factory, and then it was acquired by SAIC Motor in 2007. Although MG continued to assemble cars in the UK, in 2016 that ceased, and now all MG vehicles are made in China. However, that doesn't mean they are run-of-the-mill. MG probably sees electric vehicles as a way to re-establish itself as a global leader once more. The MG ZS EV was one of the first keenly priced electric SUVs that was still a proper car, not a limited two-seater. The long-range version of the ZS EV combined these features with very usable battery size. MG has also produced a station wagon called the MG5 EV. This vehicle was one of the first electric estate cars station wagons on the market, and it was far more affordable than other station wagons of its size. Many extremely large electric SUVs, striking sports sedans, and crossovers come in long-range versions. Additionally, there are electric vehicle models with respectable ranges of more than 200 miles. The issue is that most of these vehicles continue to be rather expensive when compared to versions powered by internal combustion engines. The good news is that EVs outperform other vehicles in terms of the total cost of ownership over several years. With that being said, customers are eager to save as much money as possible in the age of rising energy expenses and the high cost of living. More than ever, the initial purchase price itself is crucial. This is the reason the new MG4 EV has us really excited. This is the car Europe has undoubtedly been waiting for. Unlike other MG electric vehicles, this was neither an SUV like the MG ZS nor a station wagon like the MG5. Although SUVs are the biggest sellers, compacts are more appropriate for cramped European urban environments. With agility in aluminum and steel, the all-new MG4 Electric is set to enter the European market in autumn 2022. It's already attracting admiring looks due to its unusual and sporty design. The appealing features of the C-segment hatchback e-car include a distinctive bonnet with sharp lines and LED headlamps, a lively and multi-layered rear end, and a two-tone roof with advanced aerodynamics. The first MG vehicle to be built on the new MSP platform will be the MG4 Electric Modular Scalable Platform. To match the electric hatch looks much more modern. This architecture, called the MSP, will be a basis for future MG releases. It's a real skateboard-like system, with the batteries flat under the floor and a long wheelbase to maximize space, provide balance, and also give the vehicle a low center of gravity. Furthermore, the MG4 Electric sees MG Motors take another step in its long history. The MG4 isn't just the first model on MG's technologically sophisticated and extremely flexible MSP platform, but also shows the youthful and cool spirit embodied by the brand as it forges a path to the future. Moreover, this is particularly reflected in the way the MG4 Electric is designed. MG Motors follows a clear strategy for vehicle design, and each model is developed to harmonize with the preferences of the target audience while retaining the key features of the MG family. On the outside, the MG4 Electric's unique bonnet immediately grabs attention. As part of the dynamic lines above the front splitter, the tilted upright indicators create a lively appearance in addition to the eye-catching headlamps. A distinct front-end design is created by the daytime running lights, which have no less than 28 LEDs arranged in 6 vertical fiber optic stripes. A true e-car appearance is produced by the high and low beams in the 3 reflective bowls on either side and the LED turning lights. The varied design of the corresponding light edges carried the effect of these lines on the multi-layered rear end. The two-tone roof's precise aerodynamics are completed by a dual-wing rear spoiler, which aesthetically extends the line of the entire vehicle and improves airflow to the rear. In addition, the complex LED taillights pick up on the sculpted sidelines. The headlight at the rear of the car is definitely 172 LEDs. The inside of the MG4 Electric is simple and user-friendly, and the influence of technology is evident in the welcoming ambiance. The cockpit's design emphasizes the MG4 Electric's guiding principles of simplicity, technology, and quality, while making the most of the available space with light, lean instrument panels and control elements, high-quality materials, and meticulous installation. The center console's floating design expands the available space and incorporates practical features like smartphone storage. This idea is also applied to the 4-way adjustable double-spoke steering wheel with simple control buttons. But how do they drive? How far can the MG4 go? Traditionally, the MSP architecture allows for a variety of battery and motor configurations to be utilized. The first 3 models of the MG4 to go on sale are the SE Standard Range and the SE Long Range models. The Standard Range has a battery capacity of 51 kilowatts per hour and a motor of 125 kilowatts, which is approximately 168 horsepower, while the Long Range battery has a capacity of 64 kilowatts per hour and a motor of 150 kilowatts, approximately 201 horsepower. Both models have a good weight distribution of 50% in front and 50% in the rear, which makes them comfortable to drive. Although the MG4 is not typically quick compared to other electric vehicles. For example, the Standard Range model takes 7.7 seconds to reach 62 miles per hour, while the Long Range model takes 7.9 seconds to reach that speed. However, their handling is great, and their high torque levels make it easy to complete overtaking maneuvers. The range is a very important factor to consider when purchasing electric vehicles. Both of the available battery capacities provide the user with good amounts of range. The Standard Range has a maximum capacity of 218 miles, while the SE Long Range has a very respectable capacity of 281 miles. However, this number is reduced to 270 miles in the Trophy version. It's interesting to note that the Standard Range automobile also employs the same lithium iron phosphate battery that is used in the base model of the Tesla Model 3 that's built in China. Because this battery is more tolerant to being charged to 100%, you will enjoy its full capacity across its whole range. The Long Range makes use of NMC chemistry to make it look closer to the mainstream. These cars also possess good DC charging rates, which makes it easier for customers to go on longer trips. The MG4 also features very fast charging, and the standard version would charge from 10% to 80% in just 39 minutes, while the Long Range version will charge from 10% to 80% in 35 minutes. The price of electric vehicles has always been an issue to talk about. although electric cars will be more cost-effective compared to gasoline counterparts in the long run. However, as people are starting to care about the initial fee, there is a need for cheaper alternative, and MG has brought just that. The MG4. This car costs around $30,000 and is quite cheaper when compared to other electric vehicle alternatives. With a beehive of functions and a pocket-friendly price, the MG4 will ultimately cause other automobile manufacturers to reduce their prices to compete. How soon will the MG4 be all over the world? Do you think the MG4 is overpriced or undervalued? How does this affect Tesla? Let me know in the comments section down below.